Hello, Philip Jeffrey here. So I thought I would just give an update for everyone on my life with cancer and how everything's been going for um, my sixth cycle, as well as also my specialist appointment that I had today. So at the end of each cycle, I have a cancer specialist appointment where I'll sit down with my specialist and we'll just talk about my progress, possibly questions about how I'm doing, that sort of thing. And that happened today because I'm starting cycle 7 on Friday. So general questions are: do I have any infection? Do I have any pains in my bones? How I'm feeling? Are there any sort of like coughs? Am I throwing up? Those sort of like general questions that deal specifically with multiple myeloma um, concerns and side effects, and I was okay with all that. And then he checks my blood pressure, checks my bones to get a feeling they're strong, checks my stomach to make sure it's sort of like it gets hollow and everything. And sort of the big thing from the last appointment I had is that I on Thursday again I went to see my eye specialist for my every 6 month regular appointment. And when he checked my pressures, found that rather than them being in the early teens, which is normal, they were I believe 14 and 16 back in January. They were 21 on my left eye and 25 on my right eye, and that's extremely high. Uh, the problem with high eye pressure is that can lead to glaucoma, so that's a really big concern. And the only thing that happened in between that period of January and last Thursday was again going on chemo treatment. So this increased added pressure may be due to my cancer, could be due to the dexamethasone steroids I take weekly, could be due to the Velcade. It's unknown because again with cancer chemo treatment, there are all sorts of unknown side effects that come in that you may be really unaware of until they sort of like affect you. When I had the sort of like back problems back in March and April, and I was sort of like lay out in bed for a month, pretty much couldn't move. So I've updated my cancer specialist on that. I was given eye drops that I put in my right eye every night, and hopefully that'll have the effect of lowering my eye pressure, and sort of like one more side effect that I won't have to deal with. Regarding my cancer levels, back when I had my August blood test, they're shown to be 7.3 IgG, and what my cancer specialist recommend is that we're continuing on with cycle 7 because he wants to get my cancer levels as low as possible. So cycle 7, I'll have a blood test on Thursday. I'll get those sort of results for Friday. I will see him again in 6 weeks. However, because I have my sort of uh, chemo injections every Friday, if there's need be, you can all just come over and talk to me. And the goal is to get my cancer levels as low to zero as possible. So let's say that the blood test on Thursday shows my cancer levels to be say 9, or let's say they show it to be 7.3. Well, that means that's sort of like a leveling off. So it may mean that with chemo that nothing's really making a difference. Or if they're shown to be say 4, then that's good. What that means is that my cancer levels actually being lower and continue to lower as I begin treatment. So it may mean that he feels that a 8th cycle would be needed. An 8th cycle would start in mid-October. So I may potentially have one additional cycle after the 7th cycle begin. So it's actually good to get these cycles because the goal is to get my cancer levels as low to 0. But just to sort of step back, this isn't to cure me of cancer. This is just to get my cancer levels to 0. I can't be cured anymore. All we can have is my cancer levels down to 0, and then over time they'll go back up again. The question is just to hold off on that in between time, between treatments, as long as possible. So that's sort of where we're at. I'm staying focused and trying to stay positive. This chemo treatment has been sort of rough. However, hopefully with I don't know, money falling from the sky or something helping financially, because I'm feeling quite healthy, and laying in bed is good to help with my cancer, but laying in bed doesn't really pay bills. That's sort of a problem with that. And if anyone has any questions about my life with cancer, what it's like, any sort of issues I'm facing, what it's like going through multiple myeloma, just send me a message and I'll be happy to respond. You can also read my blog, fatetoplay.com, FATETOPLAY.com, just to keep posted on my ongoing pictures, words, videos related to my chemo treatment. I'm just trying to document as much as possible to let other people know what it's like to be living with cancer and what it's like to go through this particular Velcade chemo treatment. All right, have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.